Dale from Premier Palms, you bought a whole heap of goodies down for the garden. Now, tell us about the stuff you bought down. The boys have got some Tropicanas. They look fantastic.
Yep. And also a Clivia.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm not sure what colour that is. I think they're orange, the Clivias.
Okay, beautiful. You said you're not too good with your botanical names or anything, but I want to ask you, where does the Mauritius hemp come from?
That would be from Mauritius.
We've got some rippers, though. We've got some bangalows at the back here.
Yes, bangalows.
Golden canes.
Some golden canes, some more Clivias.
These are really going to add to that sort of tropical feel.
That's it.
Look at this Mauritius hemp in this big blue pot. That is just gorgeous, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, you've got some rippers for us here.
This is one of my favourites.
Oh.
This is a cycad, Taiwaniana. It's a cross with a Japanese sago.
Okay, so now a lot of people would know that the sago palm, but this one's got more of a blue foliage, and it actually gets a trunk in the end, doesn't it?
It does.
So, yeah.
It does, and the leaves are longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolute
very nice,
ripper.
lovely.
Well, this is fantastic, but we've got to go and get them into the garden.
Okay, well, that's your job. I'm going home.
All right, we'll do some work. Come on, fellas. Let's go. I've got this one.
When you're choosing turf, a display centre like this makes a lot of sense. You can actually walk along and check out the different varieties. They're labelled and they're in separate areas. You can feel it, or if you have a mind, you can actually roll in it. Oh, lovely. That is a great lawn. So this is the one we're going to go for. It's palmetto. We reckon palmetto is the best grass in the world, and it's certainly an outstanding performer here in WA. Now, the Palmetto Growers Group have been in business for over 20 years, and they're very experienced at growing the best turf in town. All of their farms ring the metropolitan area, and the beauty of that is for you, that when this roll of beautiful, healthy, disease-free, weed-free turf rolls up at your doorstep, it's fresh, it's just been dug before delivery, and that means that when it hits the ground, it hardly knows it's been moved, and it just takes off like a beauty. Now, you can expect to get a certificate of authenticity with your rolls, as well as some brochures that lay out how to lay the lawn and then look after it subsequently.
Anybody who's tried to grow plants in the Fremantle area will know just how gutless the sandy soils here are. If you want to be successful, you've got to massively enrich the soil with a beautiful soil conditioner. So we've jumped on the phone to our friends at BioWise. We've got 5 cubic metres of this soil conditioner, and we're about to put it into the garden beds. Okay, Jace, jump on the front of that. Mate, this stuff is absolutely brilliant, and you've got to have it in all of your garden beds if you want to get your plants off to the best start. Look at this sand. It is just gutless. There's nothing in it at all. So by enriching it with this BioWise soil conditioner, you're going to hold moisture longer, and your plants are really going to get off to a brilliant start.
Now, we've been able to rescue some advanced plants from other parts of the garden, some in the ground and some in pots like this yucca. So we're going to pull these out and bung them along here, and because they're nice and mature, it's going to give us that finished look at a very early stage. So let's see how we go. Craig? Righto, out she comes. We've got 2 varieties of cordyline or Thai trees, one with black foliage and the other with splashes of bright pink. These plants complement the yuccas with their shape and contrasting foliage colours. Now, the Strelitzia regina going in at either end come from Premier Palms, and these plants are so tough, I reckon you could just about plant them upside down and they'd still survive.
So, Hamish, let's talk about the decking, mate. What type of timber are we using here?
This one here is a WA timber, or they call it Sydney blue gum.
Right, grown locally.
Grown locally, and it's manufactured in Perth, so it's like a tongue and groove system they use, which
so it's not like the old reeded systems that a lot of people are used to. It's nailed in. So this is really slotted in, isn't it?
Slotted into these little plastic lugs they have, which we set up and put them in, and it just slides in like that.
Right.
And then you put a screw in it and just keep continuing onwards.
And the benefit of that is you're not seeing nail marks in the timber.
No nails, so which is good, because obviously sometimes with nailing stuff you get little wood chips and that, which especially young kids and that, you know, they can get them in their feet. But No, it's a good system.
Yeah, it's going to look fantastic.
It's going to look good.
You know, you can't sit around talking to me about it all day, though. You've really got to get on with the job. The boys are doing all the hard work.
That's the thing, I know. Not a lot gets done around here when you're around, Trev. But
no, yeah, thanks, mate.
let's move into it, eh?
Okay, the hot tub area is really starting to come together. Now, Brian and Ryan from Davey Brushwood Fencing are putting in the brushwood screening around the outside. You can see these posts here. Well, this is where the glass pool fencing is going to go in. It just slots straight down through here. That'll give you a great view into where the hot tub's going in. And you can see this is going to be a fantastic place for the parents to get away, sit back and relax. And if you can't quite see the vision yet, that's because we've still got lots of work to do, so I better get on with it. The brushwood fencing is superb quality and locally grown material. Now, it's nothing like the cheap stuff you'd buy in rolls. Each panel of this weighs 80 kilos. The quality ensures durability, and many of the fences are still looking fantastic after 28 years.
Now, this is going to be the sand pit, and it's right in the centre of the kids' activity area. It's been made with these CCA-treated pine posts, so in order to make sure there's no danger there to the kids, we're going to line the inside with black plastic and also cover the outside areas with paint to seal it off.
Okay, we've got the soft tub arrived. You can see Russell bought it himself. These are really light and easy to set up, but we've got a big problem. The base wasn't quite big enough, so the boys have got to get some more pavers down here so we can get the base right and then hook it up. So come on, fellas, get into it. We can't wait all day. Come on. So, Russ, these soft tubs are really easy to set up, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They're only 3 hose clamps.
Wow, and 38 kilos in weight as well.
That's right, and to make matters even easier, it's only a standard 240-volt plug.
So it's not even hard wiring, don't need an electrician?
No, not at all.
Brilliant. Now, I've also heard about the deal you do with regards to hiring them. So if you're not sure about whether this is going to be your sort of thing, you can actually hire them, use them for a party or whatever, and then get a discount back afterwards.
Yeah, that's right. You hire it out, bring your invoice into SoftTub, and SoftTub will give you that discounted off the price.
Oh, it's a fantastic deal. Well, Monica, what do you think? Well, look at this. It's sort of transformed dramatically. I mean, where we're standing here was the garage. Obviously, that's all gone. The asbestos is gone. We've got the levels right. We've now got deck built here. And it's a special type of deck. Hamish and the boys have done a fantastic job with this. It's basically no nails, so no splinters, which is brilliant. What do you reckon?
Oh, it's amazing. It's just a transformation. Every day there's something different going on and so many people doing such an amazing job. Just can't wait to see the finished product.
Yeah, it's been some serious sweat going into it so far, but it's really starting to come together. And you can see the framework now, you know, the hot tub over here and the sand pit in there, and of course the veggies are going to go in just near where Daz is laying the paving here. There's so much happening, it really is going to be special. I think this feature here is quite unusual. The cube, what do you reckon of this?
Oh, I think we're going to be the envy of all the neighbours with this. It's just so different and so exotic and a real eye-catching piece, so can't wait to see it.
Robert Van Oryx's the man that introduced me into hydroponics, and I'm eternally grateful. And Robert, I'm thrilled that you brought one of your ready-to-go units out to the garden today. Can you tell us how it works?
Well, Neville, this is what we call our Z bed, and what we're doing is combining hydroponics, that is the growing of vegetables,
in the top,
with the growing of fish. And that's the beauty of it, because the waste of the fish becomes the food for the plants.
Okay.
And of course the plants, the bed cleans it up as a biological filter, and then the water goes back there clean for the fish.
So it's a tank, gets pumped up continuously and dropped down. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now the fish that you've chosen for us, silver perch.
Today, silver perch, and they're little beauties, aren't they?
They sure are,
yes.
Yep. Now they're good value pretty much all year round, aren't they?
They're cold water fish, and so you can use them all year round.
Now you've got a little red lettuce to go in here.
That's
you told
right.
Me,
We
just
decided
to fill that up.
Because there was a little hole there. We decided to bring a lettuce, and as you can see, the root system is still
Fantastic.
going. And we put that in here.
Yep.
And plant that.
And
a little bit more expanded clay to stabilise it.
This is the hydrocoral. It's expanded clay, very lightweight and very absorbent of moisture. Well, Robert, that looks absolutely sensational.
It's beautiful.
Sam and Monica have gone and rendered this wall. You might remember it before, it was old recycled bricks. Now, that works in certain garden styles, but it wasn't going to work with this new one. So Alicia wanted it rendered, and they've gone and painted it with a colour called Homebrew. This is going to be the perfect backdrop to this beautiful new garden.
You know, one of the most amazing transformations that you'll ever see in a garden is when the yellow sand gives way to brilliant, lush green lawn. Well, that's what you're about to see coming up after the break. Now, you won't want to miss this. It's going to completely change the look of this garden.